Come, family, let's gather. Come, have a seat at my table. We have coffee, we break bread. You trust me, my people. You're part of my familia. I tell you there'll be snow. You trust Mrs. Pattay's performance. I bring you snow. You need justice. I bring you justice. Consider me your godmother. Good morning. Oh, look who's here. Yeah, we'll take you too. Good morning. Good morning.
That's the corniest intro ever.
My friends.
Good morning is right.
To say it's a blessed morning is an understatement.
Every day above ground is good.
We are living in abundance, my friends. We are living in abundance. We have had, I don't even think I need to tell you, we had an exciting week here at Pattay's performance, and it's not over. It's not over. Did I not promise you? I promised you it wasn't over. And all of our Debbie Downers out there, we're done. It's over. Pack away the machines. Did I ever doubt it? I did not. Stick with me. Do you see that at the top of your screen? That's Pattay's performance for you. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you have not turned on your notifications, do not dilly-dally, do not waste time. My friends, if you're looking for a little bit of everyday life, fixing a small engine, a good time, and if you're tired of your weatherman giving you the wrong forecast, your godmother, I have you, my child. Welcome and good morning. We have an action-packed show planned for you today. At least I know I do. A lot of things running through my mind, a lot of things to share. I'm excited to hear what this week brought for you and your hobby. But before we do anything else, does it get any better? Good morning, Henry Morawski. I know you did not want any of the white fluffy stuff, but I know you still got hit. I hope there was a beautiful brunette maiden in your neck of the woods, maybe by the name of Kenneth, to maybe snow blow you out.
Oh yeah, we heard about your Toro snowblower giving you problems clogging up. That's pretty unheard of since you had the Power Max. Just for poops and giggles, I've never done it because I didn't feel the need to do it. I would modify the impeller and see if that would, because that slush box really supposed to keep everything, in there. I wonder if, that would help you. I would definitely, try that. And those flaps, they would, scoop and pick up stuff as it enters it into the auger housing, impeller housing. That's something to think about. Curious what your results are after that. Sorry about that.
Good morning to my side host, my co-host. Fun things to do with Tech Sparky. Good morning.
Morning.
Rusty Rooster, it's a pleasure to have you here.
I don't even know what my cup says this morning. Dream.
Of course.
Yeah, I need more sleep.
Of course my Henry would be first here. Absolutely. Fun thing to do with Tech Sparky says I am just sorting my music for my third radio show Monday. It's the best thing I've done for a long time. Amen.
That's fantastic. And send us an Instagram thing. Put in the chat.
Sparky, we're going to be talking a lot today, for a moment today, I should say. The missus has got a few things to add to today's conversation. The mind has been going a mile a minute. I've been hearing a lot of buzz out in the world, And I have some thoughts I'd like to share today. Some, Miss Pattay's words of wisdom. And if you're new here, please check out some of our other lives. If you have not been following some of my words of wisdom, well, I think at this point, there is a spot for you to go sit on the as my grandfather used to say, the Davenport.
You guys were warned.
At the end of the day, if you have not been following my words of wisdom, for shame on thy. Because at this point, you should be. I think we've got some credibility. I've earned my notches in my belt at this point. I've got a driveway full of snowblowers, so I'll be fixing and listening. Kenny, that's what I love to hear. We're going to be talking about.
Good for you. If I make noise, we're not allowed to make noise before 9 o'clock. If I make noise before 9 o'clock, oh my God. So that's why our lives are from 8 to 9. Yeah. Because right at 9 o'clock, I can start making all the noise I want.
It's a little bit quiet in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood right now. Kenneth, so 3 to 6 inches for you. For my Long Islanders, you can be prepared to see
Chris
upwards.
Chris,
I know you're here. You can be prepared to see on an upwards of approximately on the North Shore here. We're looking at about anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. South Shore, so where my Bill Martini is, you can see a little bit more along the lines of about 3 to 5 inches.
And don't forget about Uncle Arch. Uncle Arch is out east.
But Uncle Arch is not a fan of the white stuff. So I don't want to hurt his ears this early in the morning.
He sells snowblowers. He has them on his YouTube channel.
But he's not a fan of removing this. So I don't want to hurt him so early in the morning before he's had a blueberry muffin and a coffee. So Ken, amen to the wrenching. Good luck and thank you that you're here. Would you like to read this one, sweetheart? I know you love these.
No habla inglés. No leer inglés, which means I don't read English. Meteorologist Mrs. P was...
That would be I. Get it out, sweetheart.
I can't say that word.
Let me get it out for you.
Right on the money. Got 20 inches of snow in Lowell, MA, Massachusetts.
That's a good time.
Monday, Tuesday, loaded three newly serviced Toros in my truck. One would run 11:32.
That is what I'm talking about.
Nice machines. Mr. O'Hara, what do you think of the new Toro snowblowers if you haven't seen them? Are you a fan of Toro? What is your favorite brand? And what are your opinions on their new track drive machine?
Beautiful. Neighbor, Chris, it's a pleasure. Pleasure to have you here. Again, you have my forecast for this weekend. And also Connecticut, so my Kenny, my Long Islanders here. I want you to be on the lookout for this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday coming up. I'm still keeping an eye on it. My almanac had called for this one coming up. This is not, I'm going to repeat, this is not our blizzard. This is not our February blizzard coming up. I
can't believe this.
This storm for this weekend. Hey, laugh all you want as I cash out. Miss Pattay is making it rain over here.
I can't believe there's going to be another. No.
This weekend storm and the one that we're going to see this week, Farmer's Almanac called for, but they called for it not being blizzard-like conditions. Remember, blizzard-like, we have upwards of a certain level of winds, a certain amount of snow. That's the one we're going to see here, Connecticut, Long Island, upper northeastern coast. That's the one we're going to see closer to about the third week in November. This one here, this Sunday, we're going to see this Sunday. Then we're going to drop in temperatures, and that's why what's coming this week could be a little bit uneven, because what they called for was a real drop in temperatures, and now what's going to happen is possibly like a wintry mix. So what might happen here is we might get some snow and some rain, and this might be a troubling storm to possibly do removal for guys and gals who do what we do, because you might end up getting those clients who want to wait till the end, which would be Friday, that it's going to be ice. So we've got some real looking out to do for this week. Connecticut, New York, a little bit above us, a little bit below us, but let's keep a lookout. So I know I'm going to be monitoring really closely this weekend. You know what, Chris? We're going to talk about this. Gloating
all week.
Oh.
But you guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome.
I loved all the shout outs. I wrote back to all of you. And here's the thing.
You guys help me out.
Here's the thing.
You guys, something coming down the line for you guys. You just got to wait. You just got to wait.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, my loves. Miss Pattay has tried to tell you, and I get it. I get it. We are a small group of ladies in this. It's a majority of you fine-looking gentlemen. I had to earn my bragging rights. I had to earn my way into the club. But if you could just hop on the Mrs. Pattay train and you could just understand that I have said to this man for a majority of the time we've been together, I've told people in my side business, I am a nerd at heart. I like data. I research the you-know-what out of everything I do. And I got to tell you, it's not gloating, my neighbor. It's a matter of I only bring to you fruitful knowledge. What you want to do with it is up to you. Now, what I can't do for you, I'm not good with Super Bowl boxes, betting on horses, things like that. I know my downfalls. But everything else, if I got something to give, I'm going to share. I'm a sharer. Gary Vaynerchuk once said, you can give someone, you should give someone all the tricks of the trade. You know why? Give someone every good tidbit you have, everything that makes you successful. You know why? Because only about 20% of the human population has enough inertia, determination to actually do something with it. Look how many of you, I love you, but look how many of you were actually proactive in preparing for this last storm. Not many. I love you, but not many. Not many of you took my advice. Not many of you took my words of wisdom. Can I share with you? And
I didn't take her words of wisdom.
I'm going to get to this a little bit later in the episode. I have a coworker who finally took my words of wisdom, earned themselves $800 in this little last storm. Now, we're going to talk about that later on. I promise you, I just bring to you because I want you to succeed. You're part of the family. You are part of the family. I want you to do well.
Yeah, but taking words, anybody could take advice. Is what you do with it is a different story.
But that's what I'm saying.
There are multiple
You've
channels.
got to have the work, the ethic.
Thank you. There are multiple channels trying to tell you how to start a
and
business
motivation
or run
is
anything.
Garbage.
That's all thrown out the window. Starts here or here. Wait, no. Here and here. If you don't got this and you don't got this, don't even bother trying to do anything. Because that's what it really comes down to.
Absolutely.
The nitty-gritty and digging deep. Yeah. You got to have heart.
Thomas,
you got to have motivation.
Yeah, baby. I can't wait I want to see you out there snow blowing away, my friend. Thomas has been busy working on his machines. I'm so proud of him. That's beautiful. Chris, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade.
So
I've got the best.
Did you order a GoPro?
I thought we were going to try to do the Costco thing. I mean, we'll do that today. I'll run up there.
No.
I will 100% all day, every day. I've got life's best teammate right here. God puts certain people in your life for a reason.
Cry. I'm too tired.
God puts people in your life for a reason. This man works as hard as I do and vice versa. I've got life's best teammate in the whole entire world. Do I like to bust his chops? Absolutely. Am I do I have a little bit more finesse with the customers?
She hit me.
I did not hit you. He fell. If you're on the wrong side, you goon.
Where's the other side? Oh,
he's got a pimple.
No.
Anyway, can you get out of my screen? But the truth is, guys, and I'm going to get to this in a little bit, who you choose as a partner, a friend, whoever in this world Life's really short. Choose your partner wisely. Choose your friends wisely. There's people in this world who will suck every ounce out of you. There's users in this world. There's good teammates in this world. There's good partners in this world. Everything in life is a choice. And you know what?
The chat.
People will choose. If you're a hard worker and they see a person who's got drive and making money, there's people in this world that'll latch on to you because they think they've entered the gravy train. That's not your life partner. That's not your friend. Keep it moving. Please know the difference. Find the people in this world to spend your life with. Find the people in this world that are your friends, that appreciate those qualities in you, and they want to meet you right there in the middle and make your qualities explode in all the right ways. This man, and I hope he'll tell you, I didn't complain a single second, as tired as I was when we were out there, and he didn't do it either. Because you know what?
I enjoy this.
I looked at him.
All right, go ahead.
And he was having a good time, and I'm like,
so how about
I'm not gonna lie, I was physically back because there were times with the machine.
You start with snow removal like post before I came home from work. How was your day? What were you doing? And then I'll take it over from there. We don't host. We don't plan anything. Then I will take it over from when I got home. So talk to me. So I got
teaching. It was
up
doing my two side businesses.
So we got up 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when she gets me ready to go to work, and I left to start my day.
I dress him, I lunch him.
Yes, I was the only mechanic at my job, so that was very interesting. Believe it or not, since I was the only mechanic at my job, they still felt it was necessary to send me out and do road calls. And if I had to jockey back and forth from the shop to wherever I was, that was okay with them. And then there were people that would call for like things that we would never normally go on a road call for. And we would just do the roll call. We would turn that into a roll call since I was out. Anyway, I would have to say maybe around noon-ish, that would be, I think, Ken Small Engines went live. They called me in and says, it's getting real bad out there. Just come home. Now, coming home doesn't mean sit around and do nothing. So I came back, worked. One of the guys took a couple of good photos of me because, one, I can't sit around and do nothing. Two, life goes on, right? Trucks need to get worked on. Things don't get worked on. Trucks don't roll. Like I said, without trucks, America stops. So she's trying to be in contact with me, trying to keep me updated, but I am not being a good person, even though I shouldn't be on my phone.
Because now I'm limited because now I'm trying to deal with.
Scheduling all the
I'm
clients.
scheduling. I'm trying to do both side businesses prior to us doing removal because the minute that we're in the truck, I can't run either side business. Yep. And I don't know if we're going to run through 2 days. So I'm not going to lose money in my side business. So now I'm moving everything over.
And how many people are panicking that the snowblower didn't start? Wow, we're backtracking. Because let me tell you, since last Friday of last week before this storm, I have been nonstop. Sleep has been optional. My neighbors have been fantastic because I've been making noise all sorts of hours, but not late at night. I mean, early in the morning is a completely different story. I've been kind of breaking that code. They have been fantastic. It was very, 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 very well for us. I was wrong again. Remember, we sold 38 out of 40 snowblowers the last storm. As soon as we got done selling them, she's like, you need to get another 40. She's like, I don't care how much you spend, how you do it, get them and do it. And I said, no, right? Remember, we had these 40 snowblowers for almost 2 years. It didn't start off at 40. I bought sold a few. For every one I sold, I bought like 5 more. And then I got, when you buy a stock and you're stuck holding it, I was holding bags for 2 years.
And I said to him,
if I would have had another 40 snowblowers,
they would have gone.
They would have been gone.
And I don't mean to interrupt, but I said to him, I said, I get what you're saying. I said, I know you don't want to have a stockpile. God forbid next year doesn't produce snow. But I said, I'm telling you, I said, please believe me when I tell you. I said, we're not done for the season. And he's like, but I don't want to have, I said, first of all, guys and gals, please listen to me. We're not done this season. And next year, they're calling for another wintry few storms. Please, if you're not going to stockpile a few for this winter, have a few on backup for next winter. This is now going to be, even if I don't know what's going to be past next 2021 into 22's winter. I don't know past that. But I do know we're not done right now. So if you can get your hands on 1 or 2, if you're like a smaller shop or a smaller hobbyist, but definitely get yourself ready. If you find some good deals over the summer, that's the time to do it. Get a few over the summer. Get a few tucked away, because I promise you, you're selling them next winter.
40 is a lot. You know, it's an accomplishment in many, many ways. It's an accomplishment that we sold this much. At that point, the money is useless to us. It's more of a burden off my shoulders and chest. If she doesn't mind it, I guess. I mean, we'll figure something out. But she is right. All right. So then I got home from work, and I still had machines to work on. So I started doing my thing in the driveway. And what were you doing?
So now at this point, I am.
Besides yelling at me,
I'm finalizing clients at this point, because now what we have here is this storm is pulling what we've never had before. In all the years we've had this.
First for us.
Here, and this may have not happened. This has probably happened in many of your locations. It's never happened here on the island, where this removal looks like the storm's going to taper off in the late evening. And what's going to happen is, if we wait to do removal the next day, pure ice. So now I pull a Hail Mary, and I'm reaching out to our client list, and I'm saying, listen, you have to trust me on this one. I know the last thing you want is to hear a snowblower or multiple at your house throughout the middle of the night, but it's going to turn to ice the next day. And this is where I'm going to tell all of you, you've got to have a really good relationship with your client list. Because in areas like ours, the neighbors don't want to hear the snow blowers in the middle of the night. They don't understand we just had a storm. The client list, they like to watch you sometimes while you're doing things. So now they're trusting you that you're going to do a job while they're asleep, and that you're actually that you're actually going to show up. There's people on our client list that are telling me, I've got to leave for work at 6 a.m. You promise me you're going to come? They're trusting us that we're not going to stand them up. Let me finish. And then at the end of the day, here's the big one. I'm also requiring that one of 2 things. We don't do pre-contracts. We don't do pay me this much in the beginning of the season.
No.
We get paid upon the removal. Usually those clients see what we've done and then pay. Let me tell you what happens. Our client list has such significant trust in the amount of communication that we've established with them. I reach out to everyone, and they turn around and they said, Christina, whatever you and your husband feel you need to do, are you sure you're comfortable working through the middle of the night? They were more concerned about us. Then they turned around. You know what they said? What do you need us to pay you? I know you usually like to see it first, but I'm going to be asleep. And I said, you know what I said to them? Then pay me in the morning. I trust you. They said no. They said to me, I want you to have the money. They said, I want you to have the money now, and I'll pay you more if we have to cover if there's more than you think. So I gave them the top end of the pricing scale. They were so pleased that when they wake up in the morning, it was going to be gone. And everybody sent payments. I guaranteed them.
We had 2 people were late.
I said to them, listen, I said at the end of the day, I said to them, this is roughly the time we'll be showing up at your house. Like some of them, it was like between 3 and 4 in the morning. I said, but normally I message you when we're coming. I just want you to know you're not going to get that heads up this time because I don't want to wake you up. But this is the time. This is the time frame we're still coming. There was only one house that they were so asleep the next day they weren't responding back, but she still messaged back. What a beautiful surprise. We woke up, everything was cleared, immediately sent the payment. We were so grateful. We have such a nice clientele, a beautiful communication between us and them. And you know what was so sad to us? We took on a new client and very nice person. And you know what? We keep getting the same story from people over and over again. And you know what? I'm going to say, shame on other removers. But you know what? Good for us, because no one's ever going to be treated that way by us. We had another gentleman share with us that last storm, that one in December, not one, but 2 people said they were coming. They have a small child. The wife is in a profession that she wasn't home. And they got stood up not once, but twice by 2 different companies. And it's like, you know what? I tell you time and time again, yeah, you all want the money. We all want the money. And where we live, this is great, this storm after storm right now. And I know you see dollar signs. It's great. You want the clientele. But please, for the sake of your reputation, don't overload your list.
So we are expensive for snow removal. We said this last storm, we didn't drop the gate for less than $150 a driveway. So that means there were driveways that we charged more. This storm, more snow, $175 a driveway. So starting.
And
so
just so you know,
more.
It was the same list from December with a few more people.
So I do not handle customer relations. There's probably one customer that I deal with directly, only because
you have a past rapport. Yeah.
Past rapport. Other than that, it's all her. I do nothing. I am the laborer, the mechanic, the driver, the loader, the unloader. I am that. She handles all the client lists. She handles all the money, and she handles all the scheduling. So I really hate to say that I'm an a-hole in the sense that like I was outside in the garage working and doing, Jason, I don't care, figure it out. That's what you're here for. I know that's mean on me. There
are a few things that I do just
I need to focus on the machines
balance.
And everything else I need to work on. You focus on the customer relations and scheduling. She did a phenomenal job. So I was
booked for this storm.
She was probably telling me what was going on, but because I'm so a-hole-ish, we're just caught up in that I need to get all these machines done.
Yeah.
That it was one ear and out the other. Then all of a sudden she was like, all right, Jason, get the machines ready, load up, we're going out. So I had no idea, zero idea that we were going to be out all night. I thought maybe you were just doing a few clients.
And pause the story for a second. Hours before that we're going out to do, like the storm actually starts up, we've got 1 machine left for sale.
Oh, that was you. 11 o'clock at night.
11 o'clock at night. He goes to me, post this machine for sale. I go to him, babe, I said, if you sell this machine, we're going to be out removing. I said, we are not coming home to do this sale. He goes, just post it, just say. He's in the garage working on the machines. I get a buyer. They lowball me. I go back and forth. What'd I tell you? I said, babe, load it. I'm doing a delivery. I just got a delivery fee and everything. He thought I got the full asking price that was with the delivery. I said, nope, full asking price with a delivery fee, load it, going. Now, I'm not going to get into it, but they turned out to be clowns, but that's not our problem. But this is how we roll. Like, it's got to be a team effort. If he would have stopped, it would have been what, like an hour and a half out of your repairing.
Yeah, because she went in the
couldn't have
middle.
done it.
She went while there was snow on the ground. But she did it. She did a good job. She took the Honda. Honda did phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we were out snow blowing.
She was good.
You guys are asking for footage of us snow blowing. Our schedule is so tight. Like, again, we are expensive, but we are reliable. So it's hard to literally try and set something up and take a view with us. These past 2 storms, I have a little bit of footage. I just haven't had enough time to try and make like a montage or a collage. Mr. Briggs and a couple of you guys have been asking me about the Hemi. We will talk about the Hemi. We will address comments. We'll go through the comment section, and then we'll talk about the Hemi. And next thing you know, she just keeps saying, every time we get done, she's like, all right, you dress in the GPS, go to this house. Next thing you know, she's like, all right, our list is entirely done. It was like 5:30 in the morning. And I'm like, okay. The third to last driveway, I could see in her body language that it was absolutely lifeless as she is walking. Her posture is extremely poor. And she did not say one word or complain. Okay. At one point, she had to pick up a shovel, and you could just see, when you take a deep breath and you see, you could just see the deep breath before she sticks a shovel in the snow. The last
house we went into, I embarrassingly even fell back into the snow shoveling because I just didn't have it. But I didn't stop. I stood back up.
She was good.
Got back into it.
She was good.
You know what it was this time around?
There was one driveway where she was doing scheduling, but it was such an easy driveway that by the time she came out, the driveway was already done. Yeah. And that driveway is a great house. Super easy and awesome.
It's like your dream driveway.
When we decide to ever retire from this,
it's a dream.
You don't give up everything. You maybe want to keep some of them. This is one that we keep. I could walk up my snowblower right to her front door. And then just go with a shovel, 5 minutes in and out. And we get her driveway done like that. She pays. And she doesn't care how long it takes. There are some people that really get upset that we charge X amount of dollars and we're done in X amount of time. Yeah. And we have to kind of explain to them, like, listen, this is this is that. You can't downplay us because we have a phenomenal setup, phenomenal machines, and it is what it is. Again, we're reliable. So the third to last house, she started whatever. And then we priced out a driveway for $250. And the lady says, nope, you guys are too much. No problem. No problem. Thank you. Have a nice day. What time did we get home? Like, what time did she call? Because we got home like 5:30. Then we had to shower.
The next day.
So then she called us and says, let's do the driveway. So I says, why don't we sleep for like 2-3 hours, right? And then we have all day and we can make a killing. And she says, no. I says, okay, I respect that. I'm not going to push you, right? No problem. So the next day we just chilled.
Here's my thing. I feel like you also need to, and I say this in every business. I tell, and you all know that I have 2 side businesses. One is my remediation business I've been doing for 18, almost 19 years now. That's solo. I do that myself. And I have some younger teachers who are starting out that I'm grooming for my lower end clients. But my other business is an LLC, and I have a team that I give, mentorship to. And I tell everyone this: you will only get respect in your hobby, your business, whatever you want to call it, by how much you put out and how much you respect yourself. For the person that wants to sit there and tell you, I'm not paying you this, I'm not paying you that, and then they shop around, and then you're good enough almost 12 hours later when it's turned to ice and it's going to cause a problem for your machine, and now they're wanting you to come. If you turn around, that was more not me not wanting to come. That was me now turning around and saying to this person, you're not going to tell me how I'm going to run my business. Because the minute you let someone else tell you how to run the show, they own you. And do you want to know? I wrote back a very professional, very kind message to that person. Do you want to know what they turned around and said? I really appreciate your honesty. I want you to please, if I don't reach out to you, could you reach out to me? Whatever the price is, could you please do it for next removal? during, once the storm ends and we won't wait this long like we did this time. I'm sorry for the miscommunication. They apologized. They wanted to be added. And we started off our relationship on the right foot. That's how a business relationship works. Don't underestimate your worth. Because I'm sorry to say this, if Sally or Joe,
and the same thing goes with mechanical work,
wants to treat someone a certain way, I'm sorry, that doesn't work for my business.
Go find somebody else.
By all means, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Go find someone.
So this is the first snowstorm we ever worked throughout the night. We've always done early in the morning to late at night. We've never done overnight, and I thought it was absolutely awesome. I had an adrenaline rush the whole time. Mandingo was phenomenal.
Initially, it is.
We were literally cruising around at anywhere from 20 to 30 miles an hour. Wasn't even boosting on the truck. Mandingo has a turbo in it. So that's how it just was.
I actually felt safer with no one else being on the road.
We were out with all the landscapers and all the plows.
There weren't many.
And after a while, all the landscapers started to fizzle out.
It was just us.
And then it was just us and the plows. And I'll tell you something right now. Town of Huntington did a phenomenal job keeping the roads clear. Yes, we had to use 4-wheel drive, but for the most part, absolutely phenomenal. There were people complaining about the roads. Impossible. We were up and down, inside and out, all over. Our route is pretty tight, but our GPS took us, this road, that road. Absolutely phenomenal. And then after a while, we stopped seeing landscape, and it was just us in the truck. I woke up in the morning. You guys know I have SNL Brothers Landscape and Sam and Leo. They've been on, the channel with us, okay? Mm-hmm. They're one of those like $50 driveway guys. I've been coaching them. We've been coaching them to get more money. And this year they were able to get more money. And they messaged me and says, good morning, get ready to go. And I says, no, we're done. And they're like, what? Yeah, I was like, we did our entire list. And he's like, you're an animal. No, we didn't even start. We're doing it all today. And I'm like, oh.
You just gotta keep going.
They ended up doing snow removal for almost 2.5 days. And they didn't get it to where we were, but they definitely improved. So it's a huge step forward. Yeah. And they were thanking us. So I told Tam and Leo, we got some hedges that need to be trimmed and cleaned. There's your service fee for us. Just all in good fun. They're good. They're good kids. They're good kids.
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, I heard, when you talk about business, like the Sam and Leo brothers, like they're learning as they go. Don't be afraid, to know what you're.
Don't be afraid to say no.
If you're responsible and you show up and you do a fantastic job, know your worth. You're going to come. Don't be afraid to know what you need to charge.
Let's go through the comments, and then
let's go through the comments,
and then we'll talk about the Hemi.
Because we want to talk about the Hemi, and I also want to give some advice. I want to give some advice out there.
Debbie Downer. Yes, I was a Debbie Downer, Chris. We have a couple of snow angels. Okay, we will be doing a separate. This is Pattay's Performance, right? Snow angel video. I do still have another video. I have like 3 videos planned. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 videos left of this series of education, intro to new snowblower owners. They've been absolutely a huge success. If you guys read some of the comments that I've been getting, not from you guys, but from just new people coming in, phenomenal. But also, remember I said, this is your time to shine, and this is your time to show what our channel is all about. Remember? Share your experience, share your advice, right? I'm not claiming to know it all on my channel, right? I only know what's good around here. Remember, 9 months out of the year, we don't snowblow. Yeah. So I only talk about certain things in our time frame. So like I said, drop your comments, drop your experience, drop your advice. Even better if you could drop where you're from and what your seasons are like. I can't stress that, more than enough. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal. No complaints. Really, 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 really no complaints. And some of you guys are really on top of me, and I enjoy it. Let me tell you that. I really, really do. I have not dragged out my camera I can't even tell you, because it may not seem that some of my videos, it takes a lot of effort to do that, and I just can't. Okay, my video style is maybe not more like a vlog. I actually like to show you what I'm doing, not just set up the camera and show me working. I don't know. It's just weird. I know that there are other channels that are successful at doing that. That's just not the experience I want to deliver or hands-on. So at some point we'll do something. I mean, there are probably 2 machines where I'm just like, oh, I really should bust out my camera, but I just don't have the time. But we'll figure something out. Even if I have to buy a machine and replicate it. I've been known to do that. I bought a machine to redo a video, and I will definitely do that again for you guys, because there's a couple of niche machines and a couple of weird scenarios that you guys might come across yourselves for your own machine, or if you ever decide to take on the endeavor, like I see in the comments, we'll see that, to go and repair someone else's, 110%. John at Turning Wrenches, good morning. It is now a good morning. You are officially here. I hope everything is well in the new house. We've been extremely busy. At some point in time, we will catch up with each and every one of you at the levels that we want to engage with you guys. It's just that we've been so busy. Right now. It's a little hairy. And all we ask is for your support and your respect.
And some patience. Give us a few minutes.
Good morning, Uncle Ed. Uncle Ed just reminded me. Uncle Ed.
And I know he went to breakfast.
Yes,
so I'm sorry,
Uncle Ed sent you a snow angel.
No.
Yes,
I can't wait
you
to
have to wait to see
it.
Maybe I won't show you. Maybe when I do the video, how about this? I'm not going to show. I'm not going to show.
Wait, that's going to be great.
Snow everywhere, not a single flake here. The Rusty Rooster, is that a good thing or a bad thing? There are some people that do not enjoy snow whatsoever at all. We happen to embrace snow because it means a couple of things for us, okay? Even though we have a collection of Ariens, we will not sell one of them. There were people that were very upset that I would not give up any of our machines, because they're asking if we have snowblowers for sale, and you open up the garage and there is nothing but an orange and a little John Deere all the way in the back.
And they're like, but you have snowblowers. I'm like,
not for sale.
You're not touching mine, sweetheart. Not touching mine.
We are in the process of buying another snowblower. I just don't have the time to do it. If it sells, it sells. She wanted to buy me one. We ended up losing it. I actually wanted to go buy it, but it is what it is.
There is only so much time in the day.
To bid. Yes. So remember, we will always choose the choice. That's our personal preference. It's not what our life scenario is. We always choose to make money before we spend money within retrospect. I am not going to travel over an hour away to spend, do you want to say it? $2,000 on a snowblower.
Oh God, no.
That was listen, now
we will not be doing that.
I started the negotiation process very low, and we couldn't get much, and she said, just do it. And by the time I finally says, all right, I have an opportunity to go do it. And the guy said he actually sold it $500 above asking price. So if you guys know machines, then you guys have an idea of what snowblower we might be buying. It is orange, right? We don't own anything else. We wouldn't own anything else besides our original, maybe a John Deere. That'll give you guys a guide.
I'm not giving someone $500. No, I'd have heart palpitations giving someone above asking price.
So he actually said that he sold it above asking price, and for some god-awful reason, I actually believe it. Oh well, many more to come. We have 12 other machines, God forbid something happens, but this would have been pretty cool.
I have this red popsicle. Would you like to buy it?
No, thank you.
In your white gloves.
Yawns have not been up. I have not been to bed yet. Been up all night.
Yay! Pull an all-nighter, Thomas. You got it in you, baby.
It's Saturday.
Woohoo!
Happy you're excited. I am too, to a certain extent. LOL. Nicholas, how are you?
Good morning, Nick.
So Nick is a local fix and flipper. He does tractors. I know he had a couple of snowblowers up for sale. Mm-hmm. Nick, I don't know if you do snow removal. If you chime in, you do.
We're going to talk
about
that.
How did the Hemi work? We will talk about that. Go in timeout, maybe.
Oh, he gets time out, Thomas, don't you worry.
Everybody's talking to
Breezy,
each other.
Hello,
Joey,
Breezy, Joey, didn't I tell you were going to get more than a few inches? I knew it, brother. I knew it. Brandon.
Guys are trying to charge $120 from my area, and I would let it melt. That's fantastic. Some people don't have that philosophy. Fine.
Brandon, there's never going to be a green screen. Do you see this beautiful hutch behind me?
We're going for the homey look.
That's
home.
my farmhouse hutch.
Home look.
My little love.
Okay.
My little lovey muffin gave me.
Got my father-in-law's Ariens Pro 21 single station 2019.
Ooh.
He never drained E85 gas at the end of the season.
Ooh.
Now it's sitting in service. Probably need a new carb with 1.8 hours. Joey, you're supposed to not. Well, you know what? Maybe your father-in-law is maybe called the outlaws. You know, instead of in-laws, the outlaws. I guess you aren't inclined enough to service the machine yourself. I probably wouldn't be surprised that you can get away with a quick and dirty on that at that point. I would not be surprised.
Not to be confused with mixed down and dirty.
Yeah. Hour down. I get down and
You
dirty.
said quick and dirty. Who gets down and dirty? I thought Mick gets down and dirty. You get quick and dirty now?
No. Thank you. You don't watch my videos. Up here, we are not getting enough to use my blower, so I need some videos to remember what it's like to run a snowblower. There absolutely are. So there have been a couple of videos where I posted how to start your snowblower. They've been an absolute success.
Chris needs to prime for some snowy times.
Yes, yes. A day with the mullet man is down the line. Yeah, when things get better. Until then, we'll just date
It's
at the
almost
house.
Valentine's Day.
A nerd at heart. Good morning, Pattay from Pennsylvania. Absolutely. Hope
Yes,
you guys
I am.
are doing well. I wonder how you guys did with the snow. We've definitely got well over 12 inches. I would say 12
They're
to 14.
14.5 right in our spot. Our
We
area.
had drifts that were 2 to 3
Well
times
more
the
than
size
that,
that, yes. But
Mhm.
the Ariens, as you guys seen, you'll take out a champ. I have a little clip of Mrs. Pattay's performance running
Little tilty tilt and a
running through the driveway with her Ariens. I've shared
wouldn't say
that with
running.
maybe some of you guys just because we were just talking, and you guys give an idea of what we were doing snow removal wise. Good morning from Ohio. Absolutely. Does Ohio
Ooh.
get snow?
Click on
They're
him.
like in the Midwest, right?
Ray, are you new to the family?
Yes, Ray Moran. Yes, welcome.
Kiss the ring.
We can still
I am
stop
your
it.
godmother.
Where you from? Well, he said he's very.
Welcome,
Tell us, do you
Ray.
get snow? Because I've seen a lot of people online, like on the forum, saying if like they're posting pictures of people in the Midwest, like how do they feel if they don't like a meme about them not having a snowblower?
Mhm.
Beer to me enjoys. I took your husband's advice last week for my live stream. I asked about ideas on a replacement for my nose tech and bought a 2.8cc arrived yesterday. I now have plans for the weekend.
Woo!
Fantastic. Okay.
Good stuff.
So I remember this. I said, if electric start is not important to you, by all means, get a Hemi Predator Harbor Freight. It's more power, cheaper. 2.8cc is still fantastic. I cannot stress this more than enough. I have action videos of a 2.8cc 24 Snow Tech absolutely destroying winter snow. Another subscriber took my advice, liked that snowblower so much, liked my video series that he went out, saw one, bought one, did phenomenal things. That will be in a video at some point. That video is already done. I just need to hit the button, okay? I have another guy who I sold a Snow Tech 24 to, and he messaged me saying that this thing is an absolute animal. I sold that for $600, and he gave me $50 to deliver it. And he messaged me saying that this is the best thing he's ever had. And I said, even though it's a Snow Tech, I use the word Ariens, and I said, it's an Ariens. If you will take care of it, it will take care of you. Now, let's remember that no matter what snowblower you have, MTD, well, everything's MTD now. Craftsman, Cup, Troy Belt, Ariens, Toro, right? They only make the snowblower. They do not make the engine. So if you have problems with your engine, for the most part, it's you. It's you. And it's not the manufacturer's fault in the retrospect
It's
of
not
its
me.
Toro or
It's
Cup
you.
Together Ariens.
Haven't we all heard that
That's
before?
my
It's not
little
me.
rant. But then again, still fantastic motors. I haven't had many issues with them for the Chinese motors have been out now for almost 10 years now. It's absolutely amazing to think about that we've been seeing these Honda clones and Power Mores for 10 years. Pretty phenomenal. Pretty phenomenal. Not as good as a Tecumseh, but they're up there. This is better than
baby.
Dear Abby.
I love
You could
Dear
tell
Abby.
she was very excited about the snow. I could just tell when she was talking about the weather, and I was just chilling, and we were all chilling. I warned you guys that she was going to gloat. The whole week she's been gloating.
How is it
The
gloating
whole
when you're
week
right?
you've been gloating.
I
But like I
tried
said,
to educate.
you guys did a phenomenal job. I asked you guys to help me out in the
Tried to
community page.
educate.
Phenomenal. Kaija Dog, good morning.
Hi,
How are
Jack.
you?
Good morning. Oh, welcome. Welcome,
Mr.
Kevin.
Galver, this is a Again, welcome.
Welcome to the family.
Where you from? And do you get snow? Welcome. Good morning, William. How are you? Breezy, hello. You guys are talking to each other. Yes, 1 down, 4 to go. Absolutely. Here we go. Christian, wanted to say thanks to the Pattays. This winter, I went from knowing nothing about snowblowers to fixing my own and 2 neighbors. If you did an online course for engine repair, I'd pay in a heartbeat. So,
Aww.
Thank you so much for the comments. Okay, so
Chris, first of all, welcome to the family. Where are you from? And can I tell you a little tidbit about Mr. Pattay? He has a degree in teaching.
I have a major in history and a minor in anthropology.
A little side bit about Mr. Pattay's performance. He is actually quite a phenomenal teacher. Something that I know definitely sets him apart from the rest. You should hear him when he's jumped on like Instagram lives and video chats with people who are struggling with their machines.
Yes.
I am an educator who I train younger teachers how to educate. And I have to tell you, if I was his leading professor, as I've had to do before, he has a phenomenal tongue when teaching. He knows how to educate, pause, teach. He's pretty great. And I'm not just saying that because of him being my squeeze.
And that's why we bought the camera that we have. We spent the money that we have, and that's why I have OCD issues where I can't just video certain things a certain way. I have to show you little details. Now, Christian, I was just like you. I had a little bit of a background about a small engine works from my father, but he had no idea that I was going to evolve and run with it like this. Okay, the one YouTuber that really shaped and molded me to the way it was definitely Donnie Boy 73. Remember, I am going to do a video on our first snowblower. And that snowblower we bought in need, very, very cheap, and the guy lied to us. It's up and down. Terrible, right? The worst snowblowing buying experience you could ever have in your life. But we definitely made lemonade out of that snowblower because that snowblower evolved into that play button in the back. That turned into Pattay's performance. So can you really complain about that? No, absolutely not. And there's a couple of the YouTubers that I just watched in general, and not even about fixing small engines, but other things. And there were always things that I didn't like my criticism was, and I evolved that into the videos that I make. My video styling has changed from the beginning till now. It'll always change. So, absolutely, I appreciate it. If you did an online course, I'd pay in a heartbeat. Okay, this YouTube channel is not a money grab. We will never accept money from you guys. Mm-hmm. Christian, the money that you made fixing and repairing and saving, I want you to treat yourself with it. Yeah. Take your significant other out to dinner, do something nice for your parents. You have kids, take them out for ice cream when things get better. You have a snowblower, maybe you want a nicer one, right? Mm-hmm. Go take what you learned here, generate some income, and find your dream snowblower on the cheap and get a good deal and enjoy it, love it, maintain it, upgrade it. And if you want to continue in snowball effect and keep going, run with it. That's all I have to say. Yeah. Fantastic so much. That's how you pay Pattay's performance. That's why there's no super chats, there's no Amazon wish list to buy us stuff. And if your channel does, again, we always say we fully support that. Chris, this is a perfect time for me to just add in. Chris, this is why if you get nothing else away from this channel, and gentlemen and ladies, please hear me out. I had said to you earlier in the chat today, my coworker, her and her husband, they own one snowblower smaller than our Arians. And we started with one.
They don't even have an SUV or a truck. They have 2 shovels, both plastic, and they have 3 children. She had her mother come over to watch the children, and they literally put out an ad on their local page. Like, you have like Nextdoor app, things like that. I have been telling her this for the longest. They want to do we all have our little debts we're paying down, things you want to do to your house. You have small children, children cost, children going to college one day. There's always something that we're striving to put money aside for. Everybody's got their something. And I've been telling her for the longest, you could just do a few houses with him. Take turns on the machine. One of you shovel, one of you this. You don't need 2 machines. You don't need a truck. You don't need $800. $800. You would have thought she was almost in tears, and she said to me, I wish I would have listened to you sooner. Guess what else she's going to be doing soon? When those babies go to bed at night, she wants to sign up to do work for my LLC. That's something else she can also do. And I can get her husband into it also, because he's not handy with snow blowers. You know, that's not his thing. But my LLC is something that they can both do. So here's my bottom line. If you don't listen to Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't listen to David Goggins,
just listen to Pattay's performance.
Please listen, and let me finish.
We have 5 minutes. Wrap it up.
Stop. This is important. We live in a time where everybody has you have debt, you have things you want to do to your home. Everybody has lofty wish lists. As I tell him all the time, everybody has champagne taste on a high C budget. And at the end of the day, you cannot keep running to the bank when you need things. You cannot keep jacking up your credit cards. You cannot keep going to your friends to borrow money and not paying them back. You've got to have multiple streams of income, and not all of us can do small engines. Not all of us have gone to college. Not all of us have degrees. I do. You may not. There are things you can do to make money out there. I have
a degree and I don't use it at all.
Exactly. And I have 9 degrees and I do use them. But at the end of the day, my bottom line is whether you have kids, don't have kids, you're 30, 20, 60, 70, there's something for everyone to do at your fingertips that you could teach yourself how to do, that you could jump on and do. And that's what we hope you get out of this channel. That you could do something to get yourself a little extra income. And it's not hard to do. We don't want anything from you. What we want is for you to live your best life. And it's not hard to do. We hope you get that away from what we do.
Chris, I hope you enjoyed my Snow Angel video. I sent Uncle Ed. We just spoke about this. I know we're going through the comments. I will not show her Snow Angel video. Your Snow Angel video.
He's going to keep it from me.
It'll be a surprise when we do the montage. And if you guys don't get snow, do like a dirt angel or something. You know, we'll figure something out. William I.
Shake out some grist.
I have a question for you. Shoot, brother. And then if anybody in the chat wants to answer his question, by all means, let's go. Let's go for it.
Rusty,
get back to work, brother. Absolutely. This is better than the Followers Almanac. Listen, I knew
it's my resource.
All week. I knew this was coming.
It's my resource.
You guys were talking to each other.
Wayne, good to have you.
On the Nextdoor app, it seems that that need snow removal than there are that do it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, but
you say your
did you see that there were people complaining about prices? So you know what?
It's a luxury.
Snow removal is a luxury. It's okay. We'll stick to what we do.
And Chris, do you want to know why that's also the case, Chris? Because people, and it goes with what I just said.
The muscle and the mechanic.
Let me finish. Chris, it goes with what I just said. People don't want to work hard anymore. If you're working a 9 to 5 and you think you're doing something special and you've got bills to pay, things to do to your home, kids to put through college, friends to pay back, your 9 to 5 doesn't mean anything to me.
My borough ordinance.
Get out there and do something.
My borough ordinance would have remained in effect. The police would have shown up to stop you from clearing snow in the middle of the night. Interesting, because
every town is so different.
If the plows are out making noise and stuff like that, what's stopping you from saying, hey, I have to get out of my house to go to work 2, 3 o'clock in the morning? That'd be my argument.
Yeah.
But we didn't stop. No complaints. Only one house I thought the neighbors were going to freak out. And that was pulled up. When we go do snow removal, I do not shut off Mandingo. Just like I run the road for my job, my service truck probably has low miles, but it has 1 million hours on it. And the same thing with Mandingo in the sense that when you do snow removal, I never shut it off. It runs, it idles, and that's it.
I also got to keep my bladder warm.
We drop the gate, I unload the machines, and she does her phone calls, books, whatever, and this dog starts barking, and I'm like, then the lights pop on the house,
yes.
and I'm like, it is what it is. start the machine, dog, you could still hear the dog going haywire. And I thought they were going to come out. They didn't. If they were, I was prepared. They didn't. People get it. People understand.
He had dog treats in his pocket.
You know,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
And think about it. When we had the hurricane and all that storm, and I was running around going crazy with generators, generators are running all hours and all nights of the day. And you know how loud a generator is, probably a heck of a lot louder than a snowblower.
I also have to say, every town has their rules and their ordinances, absolutely. I've come from a long line of family in law enforcement. I also think it's how you talk to them also. Think about it. An officer approaches you about making noise. Most of our clientele is clientele that, you know, we're just trying to safely make sure that they can get out of their homes, get to work the next day. I think if you have, and that's where I would probably come in and talk to them. But we haven't had an issue.
If our YouTube channel gets us to the point where I could throttle back on certain things, we have no problem doing a Pattay's performance road trip. 110%. But if you guys could tell by now, we invest in a lot into this channel and the community to the point where it's non-for-profit. But that's okay. We're in it for the love. We're in it for the love.
Hey,
Good morning, Mick. How are you? It was good seeing you during this week. There was a channel that was doing a Harbor Freight Predator swap for the first time. I probably have done the most Predator swaps on YouTube on snowblowers. If you guys check out my community page, I have a pretty phenomenal YouTube first, from what I understand, what people are telling me. I'm actually retrofitting a 212 into a single stage snowblower. I didn't do the Hemi. I did a regular one because I want to do something. I want to do something.
You got a little something up your sleeve?
Little something up my sleeve. This is for the YouTube only.
It's for the tube.
It's for the tube only. I'm too cheap. You guys know me.
Oh.
I rather
squeeze me.
You know, a good single stage snowblower is going to run you about $800. We're going to build something a little bit more comparative with a little bit more power, and we're going to be nowhere near the cost of that.
What did Tim the Tool Man say? Ooh.
I hope. I am a sleeve adapter away. Okay, I started this project 11 o'clock at night the day before the storm. So I did some really good hard way. She was going to choke me because, whatever. Yeah. Guys are all talking to each other. This past storm deserved, yes, absolutely. Wet and heavy, heart attack, snow, back breaking. Mr. Tim Grasscutter Palmer, how are you?
Hi,
we miss you. At some point we will catch you on a Saturday stream with Mick. If not, when things get better, when our time frees up, absolutely. I know she was able to hop on Ken's Sunday morning, so that was good for her to interact with you guys in that way. You guys are interacting. Let me see. Unless you have Yamaha generator, they're super quiet and you never know it's running. Absolutely. Holy cow, KCB, you made it. Absolutely. I assume that you were just equally as busy as us. If anything, you do more volume than I. Oh, okay. My toilet, click on this. He asked the question.
You're welcome, Chris. Chris, stick around and we're glad to have you to the family. Because there's plenty more where that wisdom comes from.
Yeah, people on Nextdoor, yes, and they're very whatever. I'm not going to say.
Yeah,
you see, sometimes I get involved, but I've been throttling down. My Toyota Tundra started missing real bad, and the check engine light came on. Well, what would I check first? Your check engine light. There's something triggering that check engine light. That code is the beginning of your trouble tree and your diagnostic steps. Okay, a misfire is different. If your truck is misfiring and you don't even need to know to have a scanner, your check engine light will be blinking instead of being solid. And that's showing you that you should not be operating your vehicle with a misfire because you run the risk of doing some damage to it that cannot be undone without spending lots and lots of money. Talk to a buddy, phone a friend, Advanced Auto, some of them, they do free diagnostics in the sense they give you a scanner, but their scanner is not in-depth, it's non-bidirectional. At that point, you will have an idea of what to do, but you will also be loading up the parts cannon. My suggestion to you is...
He said it's not blinking.
It's not blinking? Interesting. So get it on a scanner, write down the code, and keep in mind what they suggest to do. Go back, start talking to forums. Toyota Tundras have been around for time. Toyota uses the same engine for years, so the issue that you're having is not the first one out there. And they will gladly help you. I will try to help you the best I can. I do diesel. The only automotive work that I do is on our owns and a few for the neighbors, but that's more like nut and bolt, brakes, suspension, stuff like that. But I can try and help you with what I know.
Scott, he already did. I did not know how to reach you, but the air filter was out of the Hemi.
Okay, so was the air filter still in the Hemi? Yes, but I did take it out. Okay, so we could talk about that you're not supposed to have an air filter in the snowblower. I have snowblowers that I've done 3 years now with the air filter still in it, and it's going to be just okay. I don't know how people's air filters are freezing up and icing up. There's somehow, some way, why is snow getting up inside all of that? The problem with the supercharged Hemi is it blew the dry belt. I did take a picture of it. I will do something with it at some point in time. So I did some research and development on it. I mean, this machine only has maybe 3 hours of runtime, 1 hour of just running it, breaking it in the driveway, and then 2 hours of snow removal before the dry belt gave up. She got me different dry belts. It worked. And the auger belt stretched. I didn't even make it out the driveway, which was mind-blowing because the auger was fine. The other one didn't. The problem is, it's me. I know. Obviously, it starts with me. I built it, okay? Is that it's belts.
It's not me. It's you.
I don't know anything about belts as far as measuring them, dimensions, thicknesses, the whole nine.
And clearly the parts store didn't either. That's why I had to do it.
All I do is get a belt, put on the measuring tool, and I go from there. So I'm using automotive belts because I will send her and she will get me various sizes and whatever fits, fits. The automotive belt I'm using that works. The tensioner has to be fully adjusted all the way. The next size down, this motor runs. The auger engages all the time, and that's a huge no-no. So what I wanted to do, and my small engine repair shop that I get along with says, screw you, we're too busy, I can't help you, which really pissed me off, is that I wanted to bring them Arian's belts, factory from the machine. That's the thickness I need, which I just learned. Somebody educated me the other day. It's 3L and 4L. 3L for the drive and 4L for the auger. I need them to go through their repertoire of belts in 3L and 4L and match them up to the belts I'm using on the machine. Obviously, I would take a few sizes smaller. And they says, nope, it's not worth our time, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, listen, I will pay you more than what you're selling the belt for. I know how much belts cost. If you want to charge me 2 or 3 times, well, they charge me 2 or 3 times anyway. Charge me 2 or 3 times on top of it, and I'll help you. They have no interest. So I'm kind of really upset about that.
I think they're not a fan of the mister. I think the missus needs to make a trip.
So I'm tempted at this point. I mean, money is money. I don't care at this point. I am tempted to just bring the snowblower to a shop, but I really don't want to. It doesn't need to be there. And whatever repair bill they want to write me up, they can write me up, chalk it up as a learning experience, because I am literally dead in the water until I could figure out how to convert automotive belts to snowblower belts, because you should not be using automotive belts on your snowblower or any of your garden power equipment.
We clearly learned that.
So, that's that. I got a sweet deal on a free tour push one with electric start. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, home run. James Condon, he actually got a good deal on a free snapper lawnmower with electric start. We were going back and forth. I helped him out with that as well, as far as getting the electric start going in a time and cost efficient manner. And we have videos on that, Kajadog. You've been with us for a little bit. So if those videos miss something, by all means, hit me up on Instagram, and we will go from there.
Whoa, 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 boo. You're going a little fast then.
I enjoy you too. I wish my wife would partake in my hobby of small engines like Mrs. Pattay's does to assist you.
Teamwork makes
the dream work. She absolutely understands what I do and why I do it.
Should I tell them my slogan?
I don't remember your slogan.
To love the man is to love his skills. If I want time with, where's Dr. Olson? He said I should put it on a shirt. We've said this before. If you want time with your man, figure out a way to make his hobby something that you can relate to and help. I don't understand every part of what he does. But if there's some way that I can make this work, and here's the thing, I also have a full-time career and 2 of my own businesses that I run.
But our situation is
we are go-getters.
Our situation is very unique. We can talk about heart and drive all you want. So you guys know our situation. That's something that's out of our control. But the only thing we could do is work out of it. Some of you guys may know. Some of you guys may not know. That's her story to share. That is her story to share. That's not mine.
But that has no reason why we work as hard as we do.
No,
Stop that.
That's the reason why I push till all hours of the night, because that's different.
No,
that's different. Yes.
You're putting it towards stocks right now. Don't even.
Of course. And what do the stocks do?
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. I'm a fan of Watch Channel forever. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, William. That's all. That's how you repay Pattay's performance. Telling us your experience and helping others in the chat as well, right? Don't limit it just to us. You should put that on a shirt. Absolutely. I buy belts at Tractor Supply. Ooh. Okay, Tractor Supply is like an hour away. I just don't have the time.
Scotty, I think this guy. So here's the thing: the Mister goes to this parts shop. This guy doesn't want to give him the time of day. I went in this parts shop one day. The guy had a line the mile long. And he was sitting there shooting the breeze with me. I think he has a chip on his shoulder with the Mister. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll take a trip in because it's right by Costco.
William what's your Instagram? It's Pattay's Performance. That's our Instagram. And I think it's like in one of our, I think it's like in one of, like if you go look at our videos and in the description, there should be something about Instagram. But just look up Pattay's Performance. Yeah. You'll find us. You'll find us. A bunch of snow blowers is our picture. What do they call that? Oh, she does Instagram.
Oh, banner.
Yes. All right. It is 9 o'clock. It is past my time, which is fine.
You smell like maple syrup, by the way.
I have to go. I don't know why.
Why do you smell like maple syrup?
I don't know. Anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for dealing with her.
Oh, please. You're welcome for giving you a plethora of information.
She earned her keep. I didn't. She gloated from the minute I came home to the minute I went to bed.
For sure.
Because I'm so overwhelmed with repairs and stuff like that.
Oh, that's another thing.
And
Let's
she
stop
just
crying
and
about
she
how
just
much work
wants to talk about snow and snow removal and all this slow stuff. All right, William, I might contact you later for advice. William, if I don't answer, it's because I'm working. I might answer you later on. What time was I on the phone with that guy from Instagram? I think around midnight. This guy wanted my help. He was in New Jersey. I'm like, I called him around midnight. Hey, that's it. When you get it, I get it. Mr. Hughes, everyone, fun. Again, thank you. Snow angels, dirt angels, whatever angel you want to do are still being accepted.
And if you can please, if you do this, if you're handy, get yourself on 1 or 2 pieces of equipment. I promise you will sell it in the next couple of days, if not week. Guaranteed. It's not over. And if you do not get yourself on a piece of equipment or 2 before February, make sure you have some for next winter. I'm telling you, we're not done. And I don't want you to sit there and say, I wish I had a few pieces to sell. So on that note, remember to be kind to one another. Remember to work hard. Remember, excuses are the building blocks of failure. A very wise man once said that. Please do not tell me that you've got too much on your plate, that you can't find time for a little side hustle.
Wait, I don't find time to exercise.
At the end of the day, there is always time to make money. There's many options out there. Stop borrowing from the bank. Stop increasing your credit. Stop borrowing money from friends and stop living above your means. You got this. I believe in you. If no one else believes in you, I do. You got this. We love you. And if you bet on the boxes tomorrow at Super Bowl, I wish you all the best.
So I am a huge Dallas Cowboy fan, and it has nothing to do with political reasons like people think. I have not watched one game of football just because the way this pandemic has been for us and me. I haven't even went on ESPN to watch. I just see the Dallas Cowboys do terrible. I don't even know who's in the Super Bowl until we purchased boxes. That's just the way life is. This pandemic is very unique and different for everyone. But you guys always need to adapt, bend, never break, and overcome. And that's what we're doing. And we will continue to do that until things get better. And that is the only way things will get better, is you continue to work, you continue to do your part, you continue to respect others. Never, ever, ever stop doing. Please continue to be some sort of positive person role in some sort of way. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, even if it means just doing one nice thing or saying one nice thing a day. That is how you make a difference. I can't say this over and over again.
Yeah. Just please remember, and if you're someone who's a little bit of a believer, faith does not make it easy. It makes it possible. Hard work plays a role. So do your part. And remember, if you have no other place, you have a place with Pattay's.
You have us every Saturday. We try to do every Saturday.
Lucky you.
We've been on a good roll.
Lucky you. You have all of this.
I don't even know why I showed up. You could have done this live by yourself.
You have. And if you don't have a Valentine for next week, you've got us.
You know
Lucky
what?
you.
How about this? We're late anyway. Why not do, because we can't go anywhere for Valentine's Day. Do we just have like a massive Valentine's Day dinner date? We'll have dinner with everybody.
We'll talk. You act like I have nothing planned.
Well, we have to shut down.
On that note, I think it's time to go before he ends up showing up in his like little tight red Valentine briefs next week.
No.
You act like I have nothing planned. On that note, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Look out for some video.
Have a wonderful
action.
weekend. Remember, you guys have another
Be
opportunity.
safe.
Snow angels, dirt angels. We are going to cut off the angel things after a certain point, and we'll go from there.
Speak for yourself. I'll always take an angel. I take you every day, don't
Remember,
I?
guys.
Oh, that was so cute.
Remember, guys, we are doing something for snow angels and all this other stuff. So you guys have been fair warned. You guys have been fair warned about things coming down the pipeline for the channel. We have been dropping hints. I don't want it to be obvious. This giveaway is going to be something very different. So take these little goose eggs we're dropping, because once we end certain things, then that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for coming by again. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the snow. Yeah, please. All right, guys. Later.